it was relevant to the story how I took what I thought was something that needs to be trashed. I took multiple scenes or a whole chapter. Don't get, well, I mean, you can rightfully so be a little upset by it because sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, I spent all this time on this, and it goes to this little section on the right, and you can just pull it up, and it's right there for you to use. So that's all I have, honestly. I was going to write and have a vlog and ride along with write. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Pen of the Beloved. And if you are new here, I create video content to help you creators with your creative journey, whatever that may be. So it's been a while since I've made any kind of YouTube video, and I am working on being better at that. And so I am currently working on a novel, which is something I've mentioned before in previous videos, and it's been going and not going at the same time. But I have decided to kind of document this experience, and so you are welcome to join this writing blog with me. So I'm currently working on, I have about 10 chapters, which, sorry for my squeaky chair. I have about 10 chapters and maybe, I actually don't know, maybe around 10,000 words, I think, based on each chapter. But I have this one chapter. Each chapter is about an average of 1,000 plus words. Early on when I was writing this novel, for some reason, chapter 5 is 5,342 words, which means technically that's around an average of 5 more chapters. So now I am in the process of figuring out what to do with these 5,000 words and what I kind of want to pull, make new chapters, or get rid of altogether. But I think it's all important, and we shall see. This is like new for me. I've written stories before and I've worked on novels before, but I'm doing something for the first time ever, which is completing a novel, which I've never done before. I've started at least 4, but I've never finished one, and so yeah. I think I already told the story actually. So chapter 10 is not relevant. Oh yeah, I already said it, so I was gonna literally readdress it. Huh. Oh, I could move this to chapter 10. So to offer some background on my novel, it is a story that's kind of weaves in the past and the present. It's surrounding a kid who grows into an adult who is dealing with this traumatic experience in his life that I won't delve into just yet. But he is telling his story to an interviewer who is then, the reader is then taken on the journey through his story via this interview that is happening. And now I'm just kind of rethinking everything because it weaves in and out of the past. And so I'm trying to make sure that, we'll ensure that it makes sense and it's cohesive. Hi guys, and welcome back to Pen of the Beloved, the dwelling place for the creator. So let me take my glasses off because it's a glare. But I am currently writing a novel, as you heard earlier on in the vlog. And the last time I talked with you, I was talking about how I have a chapter that was 5,000 words. So turns out the reason why it was 5,000 words is because I downloaded Scrivener to help with my novel writing process, to kind of streamline everything that needs to be streamlined and help me write better. So what happened was, when I copied and pasted from Google Drive, Google Docs to Scrivener, I was copying chapter by chapter, but for some reason chapter 5 was copied, I think twice. And so the chapter is around 2,000 words, which is kind of normal for a chapter size, but it's not 5,000, it is 2,000-ish, and I just copied the chapter twice. And
my Scrivener document. So not only did I not have to go and segment chapters from 5,000 words to make more chapters, I could just change some things around and keep writing, which is why it's so important to edit your documents. So, haven't written in a couple of days, so I'm hoping I can kind of start today. It's Monday, January the 20, no, it's January 30th. And so I have work, and so I'm gonna do work, of course, and then I'm hoping I can do some writing today, which would be fun. I haven't done it since last week, I think, so yeah. Today is the last day of January, and my writing vlog for the month has not gone as well as I wanted it to. I did not write as much as I wanted to this month, which is cool. I'm still developing a writing habit that is conducive to my everyday schedule and everyday life, which isn't proving difficult, but it just requires a bit more discipline than I anticipated, or more discipline than I wanted to put in. So today is kind of a snow day, but more of an ice day, because in Texas we really don't get that much snow. But it is 8:30 and I don't start work until 9, so I'm going to try to write a bit and kind of close out this vlog for the month. So yeah, let's get started. So a few highlights for me to point out that were successful from the month is that I did get to figure out why chapter 5 was so long and why it was 5,000 words. I also got to figure out why, kind of not why, but more so where else I want to go with my story, which for me, as what you would describe as a pantser, I don't do a lot of planning when it comes to my novel writing. I tend to just sit and write until I feel like the story is coming along. And so I've gotten to figure out more of where I want it to go. And also, because I am flipping between like early 2000s to current year, which was confusing and required a bit more thought and hashing out in terms of like age and my main character's frame of mind, and going back in time to his memories. How I'm going to weave in and out of time has kind of been my main focus. So yeah, it's been fun stepping back into the story fully. I'm hoping that I can, especially going throughout the rest of this year and even just the month of February, taking it one month at a time, getting deeper into the story and figuring out more of the plot, more of the characters that may be introduced, and also kind of just getting in the flow of writing every day and not so much kind of editing, which is what I feel like the month of January was a lot of, so this is what I was writing last time, and this is where I am now, and this is where I need to be. So yeah. And also realizing, because of editing, I was about to write in chapter 8 something that had already happened in chapter 5. So yeah. And I think for me, novel writing has always been something that I enjoy doing, love doing. I've always wanted to write a novel, and I've been writing stories since I was 9. It's something I did even before I started writing poetry. And I think now as an adult, it's like, okay, so seriously, how do I sit down and commit to a body of work and see it through its completion? And I think so much it's not the writing, but so much so how do I complete it? And I think that is what makes me nervous sometimes, is finishing it and not so much starting it, because I've started plenty of novels. I haven't finished any of them. And so as a writer who loves to write and is sometimes scared to write, it's kind of like, okay, how do I find the balance between the two? And how do I push myself to write despite feeling like it's too much, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, I don't know. But yeah. Thank you for watching this very interesting writing vlog. I went from having a short afro to having braids in my hair, and thanks for just being along for the mini montages of my keyboard and my monitor. And I will see you in the next vlog, and thank you for watching, and stay creative.